I think my biggest struggle in the dialogue is being fully open and honest about my experiences and feelings.
Sure, I am privileged and lucky, but should I feel guilty? Why do I feel the need to try and empower those less fortunate than I? Does this desire stem from the guilt? These were really the big questions I wanted to try and answer when I joined IGR.
To be honest, I'm quite ignorant about SES. I'm not proud of that. It makes me uncomfortable whenever social divisions are pointed out.
I'm really nervous about the testimonials. None of us know each other, and we're expected to come in and share our entire life histories. It'll either go really well or really badly.
Biggest struggle.
I'm quite ignorant about SES.
Should I feel guilty?
I'm really nervous.
I'm not proud of that.
Biggest struggle.
I'm quite ignorant about SES.
Should I feel guilty?
I'm really nervous.
I'm not proud of that.
Biggest struggle.
I'm quite ignorant about SES.
Should I feel guilty?
I'm really nervous.
I'm not proud of that.
It'll either go really well or really badly.
After listening to the testimonials, I realized how wrong my assumptions were about my peers and how awful my judgments were. I had judged a lot of people in the room, and I was completely wrong.
When I first saw the African American students in our class, I immediately thought that they were all from impoverished backgrounds. When I heard their individual stories, I realized how wrong I was and how they have been dealing with this particular stereotype throughout their lives.
It was definitely strange to break up into caucus groups and have to look over and see that the entire class had considered themselves as a higher socioeconomic status compared to us four.
Our session went really well today, except that 5 participants were absent. 5.
I had judged a lot of people in the room, and I was completely wrong.
When I heard their individual stories, I realized how wrong I was.
5 participants were absent. Participants were absent. 5 participants were absent. Participants were absent. 5 participants were absent. Participants were absent. 5 participants were absent. Participants were absent.
I was absent for this class.
I wasn't here that day.
I couldn't come to class that day.
I wasn't here that day.
I was absent for this class.
I couldn't come to class that day.
I was unable to attend dialogue last week.
I couldn't come to class
I was
that
absent for this class.
I wasn't here that day.
I was absent for this class.
I wasn't here that day.
I wasn't here that day.
I was absent.
I wasn't here that day.
I was absent for this class.
attend dialogue last
I was
week.
come to
absent for
class
this
that
class.
day.
I was absent for this class. We were forced to choose a group.
It felt weird to break up into caucus groups.
The caucus group experience was really awkward.
I think I probably chose the wrong group.
Awkward.
I wasn't sure where to go.
I didn't know which group to choose.
The caucus group experience was definitely awkward.
Awkward.
It felt weird to break up into caucus groups.
I wasn't sure
I
where to
didn't know
go.
which group
The
to
caucus group
choose.
experience was
I think
really
I probably
awkward.
chose the wrong group.
I didn't know which group to choose.
It felt weird to break up into caucus groups.
We were forced to choose a group.
I wasn't sure where to go.
We started hot topics today. This might sound weird, but I think that for the most part, that everyone in the dialogue agrees when we discuss things. And I kind of wish we didn't agree on everything.
Sometimes I almost feel like, what are we doing here?
They were just really resistant to almost everything in class today. No one really wanted to say anything. It felt almost as if teeth were being pulled. It felt very low energy and forced.
To be completely honest, I feel like all our dialogues haven't been as profound or insightful as I thought they'd be. I don't necessarily have a problem with everyone agreeing, but I don't feel as if the group is challenging each other. Sometimes I feel like saying something I don't agree with just to try and stir the pot a little.
This next session has to go a lot smoother. We're going to put a lot of time into planning it so that it's successful and makes room for the healthy conflict and true dialogue they're looking for.
This was our best session yet. I was giddy afterwards. We were particularly set on making this the best session because it felt sort of do or die or now or never in the sense that everyone, participants and facilitators, felt that we were really in a rut.
You could feel the tension in the room because we were getting so heated. Things were a really productive class for my growth as a person through this course.
What I really enjoyed about our dialogue was that all of our opinions were centered around personal opinion and experience.
This was our best session yet.
considered before. I realized I was oppressing without even knowing it.
It also helps us make sense of why there are haves and have-nots in this world.
There will always be inequalities. I don't think that it's reasonable to say that we can all be equal. However, I do believe that we can promote justice and work to make things more attainable for all people.
I don't think I ever thought about being white as one of my privileges before participating in this dialogue.
I realized that I had never thought about how language is manipulated without us ever knowing.
Being a white male in our society is more than likely the most privilege you can get in America. To sit here and state my privileges would be overwhelming.
As we went around the circle and everyone reread hopes and fears in the beginning, you could see realizations registering on people's faces that we really had achieved our hopes and conquered our fears. We were all realizing that together.
This dialogue has changed everything. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever be the same after this class. I can't be the same. This dialogue has changed everything.
We were all realizing that together.
I can't be the same. This dialogue has changed everything. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever be the same after this class. I can't be the same.